Folks, A Host of Horrors is officially out this Thursday, but that doesn't mean that Klei is done adding to and refining its contents. Not by a long shot, actually. For you see, Hotfix number 5 is ready to frenzy one of the new bosses, offer us fresh counters to some of the game's environmental threats, to add some decor, and more. So let's discuss. And we begin with one of the biggest tweaks of all, the Crystal Deerclops' new stunning mechanics, or better yet, the new lack thereof. Now, we will still be able to burn out a die at first, but for roughly 24 seconds following these recoveries, this mutant is essentially going to revert back to its normal self and will no longer fall to the ground by fire. And apparently, this frenzied mode is actually halved if we deal enough damage to it quickly in group play, as we're kinda talking like 1200 damage here, people. But for most, just note that if no crystal is replacing its eye, don't bother with the fire. Also note that during this time, she has no freezing aura, but attacks 2 to 3 times in quick succession to counter such things, just like the armored bearger. So we can fight her like normal Clops, especially because she still has directional attacks, but I would not take the risk. But you know what is barely a risk anymore? Lunar Hail, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that in all honesty. Still, once Klei does return to it hurting more than just us, I do think it will become more interesting again, but for now, just know that Woodie's hard hats now block all damage from all debris in the event the whole team doesn't have umbrellas or something. And while this is a noteworthy thing for this particular update, I do just want to point out that Woodie's skill tree just keeps getting freaking better and better. What I'm still not feeling at all, though, are the changes to hunting, likely due to them being seemingly broken for me still, as I literally get nothing but Vargs, but even then, all the add-in mechanics appear way too infrequently anyways, I think. I would have kept the branching system potentially myself, but for now, note that the new corpse surprises are back to being a possibility like before, and thanks to Variant on the forums for providing some footage, as again, all my hunts are literally dangerous paths with only Vargs no matter the day. And another thing that doesn't actually matter anymore, well, as long as we keep bearger bins closed that is, are toadstools spore bomb clouds. As we know, these wreak havoc on perishables in mere seconds, but the bearger bin, alongside the tackle boxes, if that's noteworthy to you, are completely immune, which is honestly huge. This thing is becoming the definitive food storage by the day, which I think is the point. Just like how the support pillars were supposed to point us towards saving our cave bases from earthquakes, only for the majority of players, I imagine, to completely forget or ignore support pillars. Still, if you are one to use them nowadays, they now give us their visual radius to help us better build within said radii safely. So do with that as you please. And lastly, more visual stimuli in the form of an uncorrupted resting horror as they now generate without cave rifts being active, and 3 fresh yet stony faces for our new mutants. Here's the Crystal Deerclop statue variants, the armored beargers, and like the new armored beargers at that, and of course the possessed Vargs. Enjoy. And there you have everyone. Likely the second to last update to the update that we will see before the update officially hits live servers this week. But some other party notes would be that the deadly bright shades will no longer target weeds, which actually could get pretty interesting, and that all the bosses now have boss music too. So with all that and more, I have no doubt we'll be needing a major roundup video of all 5 hotfixes and the additional beta content that hasn't actually been tweaked in any of those hotfixes soon enough, so keep your eyes peeled for that this week. But thanks for watching it all though, well wishes to all, and I'll see you in the next one regardless. Bye bye!